Alrighty, everybody. It is time for some more interchange madness. We're taking a quick break from Birdtown switching because, well, we have an interchange to clear out. I don't believe, let's check our locations here. I don't believe that we have to worry about a second interchange, hopefully. So try and find it here. There we go. Okay, yeah, we don't have to worry about a second interchange today. We just have to worry about the interchange in front of us, which, as you can tell, is pretty extensive. Lots of cars for Robinson, as well as the, well, just a lot of just cars in general. This is going to be fun. There's a ton of cars for Robinson. Holy cow. Okay, well, we got the trusty M6 and M5 here, so we're going to be dealing with that as we need to. Unfortunately, the GP38s that we would have up here to theoretically help with this, well, they're not up here. They're still down in Dillsboro. So, yeah, we're going to have to deal with that a little bit. So we're going to put this all together and hopefully get things rolling here. Just to give you a preview of future content, I think we're going to have this episode, which is going to be grabbing all the interchange stuff out of West Bryson and putting actually some stuff back in, as well as some switching. Then the next episode, I think we're going to do another Robinson Gap run with a 210-2, mainly because, well, our H6 is currently down up at Robinson Gap. Unfortunately, it is still having some issues. Love the mod. It's just, for whatever reason, the more recent versions are having issues with switch points. So basically in lore, I'm having that as a, hey, the engine is down for repair, so now we need to switch back to the 210-2s. Hopefully here soon, the mod Arthur RC Rockin', I have full confidence he'll get it fixed. It just takes time to do that. I know it's usually not ideal when things break, so just got to give them the time to do that. So in the meantime, good thing we have some backup power. But yeah, so we're going to be sorting this out and then coal run, and then we'll probably do Birdtown switching part 2 and go from there. I'm also thinking of showing off a passenger run because I don't really show off the passenger runs too much. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but hey, we'll figure it out. So I got probably about, including this episode, about 4 more episodes in the works here. And we'll go from there. I'm also going to try and pre-record and pre-schedule a lot of content. Main reason is going into September, October, in the latter half of the year here, my schedule is only going to increase and not decrease. So I want to get some content pre-scheduled for you guys, so that way you at least have content to watch, even if I'm only live streaming like maybe once a week, or sometimes none. It depends. It'll depend on the week. But yeah, I just want to keep you guys updated of that, and we're going to continue our switching here. So yeah, probably check back in when we have this entire cut of cars together. Alrighty, getting this last cut of cars together. Let's see how long this train's going to be. And the answer is 81 cars. Looks like we get the usual 81 car drop here. So we're going to release the handbrakes. There we go. We got some air to charge, so that's going to be fun. So let's deal with that. All right, we probably got enough brakes off. We can just power through this. But yeah, we got a lot of cars here. Some Whittier stuff, which is fine. A lot of Whittier stuff, actually. A couple of gold mine, and Vendorsi Brewing, Tuskegee, Alarka, Appalachian Hardwoods. So we only got the one Bryson car. Okay. And then we have some Barker stuff. Okay. So we're getting somewhere, at least. We're getting somewhere. I'm actually kind of surprised with this, how this has been distributed. I'm kind of surprised that we don't have more. But hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Right now, we're just going to have our little SW screaming in Notch 8 with this over half-mile long train. And 2,891 tons. Yeah, this is going to be a climb to get out of this grade. And into Bryson. Alrighty. We are getting somewhere, and that somewhere is Bryson. Unfortunately, I really have to keep the power on. Otherwise, we're going to slow down too much. So I'm going to at least drop it down to Notch 7. Because we are going to have to slow down. But I don't want to slow down too much. Okay. Because well, if you want to see, the end of our train's still back here. So we don't want to stall out on the grade. I don't think we will at this point, though. All right, we're going to come in on track 3, which is fine, because then that'll allow us to do some switching. I do need to... Let's pop a little air. Throttle off. And our usual Bryson levels of lag has returned. Because, of course, it has. All right, we need to throw some switches here. Okay, we're just going to pull straight on through. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to have to run around this no matter what we do. So, we're just going to deal with it. We're just going to deal with it. And hopefully it all works out. And we're just going to make it work. Because we basically have to. We don't really have a choice. Normalize that switch. We're going to figure this out. I genuinely wonder if we're going to have enough space on track 3 here. Because if we don't, I'm going to have to pull these all... I'm going to have to pull down all the way onto the main in order to get around these cars. Speaking of getting around these cars, we're going to start slowing down slightly. Power off. Because we at least need to slow down. We need to get stopped before this switch. So we're gonna do that. And we probably slowed down a little too much. Yeah, we did. Okay, well. We're definitely not gonna have enough space anyway. So we're probably just going to pull out on the main and deal with this. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull out on the main and deal with this. Luckily, we shouldn't have anything going the other way. Oh, man. Speaking of going the other way, I accidentally go the other way. Whoops. So we're going to pull past. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the space. Oh well. Luckily, we can start breaking this train down. Which is going to be helpful. Alright, we're at the other end of our cut of cars. And we're recharging the air. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. And I think the easiest way is going to be shove most of this back onto a track, pull out, drop all the Robinson Gap stuff wherever, and then somehow get the cars that are at the front also on a different track. So we'll figure this out. But right now we need to get this cut of cars moving, so we're going to. And yeah, this is going to be fun because we have 2 SWs switching out, 81 cars. Oh, and at some point here, we need to get We really need to get the interchange cars over to the West Bryson Interchange because we have a whole string of them. This entire string right here is all for West Bryson. And I'm fairly certain this is the Robinson Gap cars from like yesterday. So there's that. Luckily we already have the switch thrown. Perfect. So we're just gonna bring the train on back here. Luckily it doesn't feel like the Bryson lag is as bad as it usually is, but it's still pretty bad. Luckily I think we only have like 100 cars here instead of, so that may help. That should probably help. So, all right. We don't want to go too fast. Whoever made the West Bryson yard mod, one, it's wonderful. I love it because it makes switching a lot easier once you run around the cars. But two, can you make this curve in particular like more than a mile an hour, please? That would be really helpful. So we're gonna stick this string here. Where's the boxcar? All right, that's the boxcar we're looking for. So we're gonna follow it. And I'm gonna pull the map up. This might be somewhat cheesy, but I want to make sure that we're not gonna do any funny business by slamming the end of our train. Well, actually, I could probably just hit 9 and deal with it. Okay, we're at 10 miles an hour. Boxcar is there. We're just coasting now. I'm going to start putting a set on. Okay. We're slowly bringing this to a stop. Luckily, I think... Okay, yeah, we can just bring it to a stop now. So we're going to do that. All right. So this kind of cars we'll need to sort better later. That'll be later problems. But we're going to pull forward with this smaller cut. Still 55 cars in this cut. Oh. I think did I do bad? No. Okay, I did good. I did good. Okay. I was a little concerned there for a second. All right. So where's the engine? The engine's here. Okay. I think what we should do... Well, this actually I think is a good plan. I'm going to stick these cars over on track 4 here. So actually we're going to bring this to a stop. Bring the... Oh, okay. So there's like 40 cars for Robinson in this cut. Oh boy. So we're going to get these over the track 4, and then we're going to pull the Robinson cut further forward. That way it's actually... I'm going to probably pull it forward to this switch, just by the crossing. Because then the coal cars from Dillsboro can come in on track 2, cut off the engine, grab those cars, cut them back on. Yeah, this is a good plan. This is a good plan. This is going to work out. All right, we got this on track 4 now. So we're doing good. We're doing good. We're going to set some cars, get those there, pull forward. Make sure we're disconnected, set consist. And actually, I should probably set the other consist too, just to be on the safe side. And then we're going to pull the Robinson cars forward. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna be interested to see what this Robinson cut ends up being, because if there's like 40 cars in this string, I can guarantee you there's probably at least 30 in the other one. So we might be in for quite the haul You know, this could end up being a we say bring the big train back. This is potentially going to be a big train because we'll know the car count here, and I think this might be the longest string of empties we take up to Robinson Gap. I genuinely think that, because there's no way this is less than 30 cars, and I'm fairly certain what's in Silva is not less than 30 cars either, or I guess technically Dillsboro. So I have a sneaking suspicion. that the train we take up to Robinson Gap may be, you know, the biggest train we've ever taken up there, which is going to be hilarious. All right. Speaking of hilarious, yep, we have 44 cars here. Okay. So we have 44 cars here. And I guarantee you we have at least 20 in Dillsboro, meaning that would be 64 cars. And I think our previous record was like 55 cars. It was kind of the first time we had modded Robinson. So we might be setting a new QNS record for the amount of cars we're taking up there. In fact, I'm probably going to, at the end of this episode, I'm going to back down the, back down the 210-2 onto that cut of cars, just so we know how many cars it is. And plus, it's blocking the main, and I really don't want it blocking the main. We need at least a path through. It would probably help. All right. But we're going to bring this down, and I'm going to stop it before we get to this switch right here. In fact, I'm going to try and not foul the crossing, but who knows? Who knows? All right. So we're going to bring the cars to a stop here. We're not going to block the switch. I'm going to pull these forward. That way they're where they need to be. And we're going to set this consist. And then what we're going to do, we're going to head down to Dillsboro. And we're gonna get a good idea of the pain that this 210-2 is going to be in. We actually might, because we have a 210-2 here, as a just in case. So we actually just might put that 210-2 away, and we might have a double header go up to Robinson with a Mike in the lead. We usually don't do double headers here on the QNS, but you know, if a train warrants it, a train warrants it. So, all right, we'll bring it to a stop there. I'll see you guys down in Dillsboro. Alrighty, folks. We had the 210-2 down in Dillsboro. We're going to back down onto the cold cars that we stored out of the way in a previous episode. I took a quick look off camera. There's at least 20 cars here. I am fairly certain we're about to have a record for the amount of cars that we are about to take up to Robinson Gap. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. So yeah. This is going to be one heck of a time. I don't think we'll need to double head the 210-2s, but I'm not opposed to putting a Mikado on the front of this to lead us up the hill. 31 cars, so minus the engine is 29, meaning 29 plus 44. That'll be 73 cars heading up the hill to Robinson Gap. I don't know about you folks, but that's going to be entertaining. And I'll see you in the next episode, which is where that's going to happen. Take care, folks. Have a wonderful day.